Hey everyone, I'm back after a well-deserved break. Now, today, different angle, and I'm gonna do a retrospective on the best live action adaptation of a Hana Barbera cartoon. That is the Flintstones from 1994. This today stands as one of the most successful. I think Yogi Bear is the most successful. We've got the ranks here of how successful each Hanna-Barbera adaptation. But I've always found this to be the best. Now some think the prequel, Viva Rock Vegas, is better. Well, the actress who played Betty in that film, she got more praise than Rosie O'Donnell. And people were like, why wasn't this actress in the original? Now, Kirsten Johnson, who was known for being on Third Rock from the Sun, she was in Austin Powers' Spy Who Shagged Me the year before, because Rock Vegas came out in 2000. People were like, yeah, she was having fun with the role. And the guys who played Barney and Fred, they got somewhat response, but people were like, John Goodman was Fred. And yes, John Goodman is perfectly cast in this. He was right for Fred. I know I missed the pun there, but I guess gay people do it more sexy without a shirt. But yeah, John Goodman, great actor. He looks back fondly now on this, but at the time, he didn't really care for it much, but he is Fred Flintstone. Like, there was no one else to be Fred. I think John Candy was considered, but he passed away. Though John Goodman, perfectly cast. Rick Moranis did great as Barney. Danny Devito was considered, but he felt he'd be too gruff. I always thought that Danny DeVito would be great as Mr. Spacely in a Jetsons live-action film. It hasn't been done. The Jetsons need a live-action adaptation. Get Danny DeVito in there as Mr. Spacely. Now, Elizabeth Perkins as Wilmer, great. Great casting. Rosie O'Donnell, controversial, but she had the laugh down. People picked on her. Elizabeth Taylor. Now, Elizabeth Taylor is in this movie. Came out of retirement, starred as Wilma's mother. She did great. Her role may have been small, but she does great in this movie. Her chemistry with John Goodman, it's classic. It is gold. The child actors, they do well in this, and look, the effects are great. The CGI for the time was brand new. It was like, this is the first film to feature CGI fur, like 100%, and they perfected it in Monsters Inc. with Sully, who's voiced by John Goodman. So, yeah, it started all here with the saber-toothed tiger. Now, you got Halle Berry, gorgeous, great actress, and this movie references these three. Like, not particularly, but you've got that, you always have that one main cave girl. and they're in every one of these. That one main cave girl who's like either the femme fatale or the interest. And then you got the other cave girl. So in this you got Wilmer, and then Halle Berry is that femme fatale, or the bad babe, which the leading caveman has interest for. It's like, hey, wait a minute, you already got yourself a woman. In Fred's case, he's married, but he gets a bit flirty with Halle Berry, and all this tension. And in the other ones, the main cave guy has his girl, or there's a girl that wants him, but he wants the other, and in the end, he ends up with the good girl. And in Fred's case, he remains loyal to his wife. Like, sure, they have a moment where she goes away, and it's like, oh, Fred, you stuffed it, but it's a happy ending. And it's the wheel. Goes around, it's the wheel. Kyle MacLachlan is Cliff Vandercave. He wasn't in the show, but Mr. Slate from the show is in there. And they do the intro so well. It's a great live imaging of the intro to the show. The B-52s are in there. They do the twist or twitch cover. They did a awesome version of the theme song. The music video, which isn't featured on the DVD special features, which is a shame. It's a pretty cool rockin' music video. And everyone had fun in this, and you can be sure everyone had fun with these. And there's no modern films like this anymore. Like 10,000 BC, maybe. The most modern with people and dinosaurs is the Jurassic Park franchise. But what if they brought it back? These types of movies. Sure, they'd be a bit risque in today's woke world, but they could pass with a number of things on direct-to-DVD. Like, they could bring it back. Or maybe the time has just evolved too much. Like, we did get Early Man, we got the Croods 2. So they are there, but they're animated. They're not live action. And Early Man and the Croods, they did well. So there's favoring there. So it might happen. How would it be? Would they redo one of these? Like the fourth one from the big four is Quest for Fire. Like, that was a more serious one. Had Ron Perlman, Dawn Ray Cheong, or Ray Dawn Cheong. And so, I will go into depth with the other ones, but for now, it's all about the Flintstones. Fun. All the quotes in there, like, so much detail is in there. They got Lava Juice, they got Fred's bowling, the guy when he goes up on his toes. The cat phrases are there. Dino is awesome. Like, the CGI for Dino still holds up pretty good. The animatronics are great. For the Mastodon, or the main Brontosaurus, like, you see the animatronics, and then from distance you see the CGI. Like, it's cartoony, which works. Harvey Korman as the Dictabird, hilarious. Mel Blanc gets credited for voicing Dino, because he did some work for Hana Barbera. But It's great. The Flintstones rocks. Still remains the best live action adaptation. And, well, join me on the next adventure where I look back at these three. I'll go into detail about each one. Out of all of them, this is the main one. It's iconic. Raquel Welsh. Gorgeous. She does great in that. You got Victoria Vetri. You had Imogen Hassel. This is still good. There was a bit of a controversy. Like when this was released on Blu-ray, it was the uncut version, and then they recalled it. And then this one, fun. Couple phrases from this are used in World of Warcraft, and yeah, so I'll get to it. I'll see what happens. There might be some surprises. Until then, I'll scare you later.